Hello. Welcome to another scene in the Living World of Darkness Rage across New York Chronicle. We are following the celebrated, the glorious, our favorite glasswalker, the hero we all know and love, Dragon, sleeping in the middle of the armor. He has been doing his keeper duties and he decided to take a little nap. Little Dragon nap. So he is sleeping. This time not by an antenna trying or anything. He is just sleeping and relaxing, in lupus, of course. Just like, for those that don't know, Dragos in the Umbra looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. His fur is metallic looking with a car tire pattern. Claws look like plastic. Glass eyes like a traffic light or something akin to that, and teeth also plastic. He smells of the city in general. He has a kind of combined smell of air freshener, park, and just street smells. Everything good and bad. The Smith City radiates from him. So feel free to come in at any time. Dragos is still sleeping. Maybe it's something wrong with my side, but I don't hear defrag or I don't hear you talk again at all.
No, your volume went way down.
My volume?
Like you're talking at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
A little bit.
Yeah, my mic is fine, so this can be good. Anyway, I was just saying that Dragos looks like he looks like a city spirit, basically. That's like one and makes you think about one when you see him and smell him, whatever. And he's sleeping. Yeah, sleeping.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time understanding you.
Okay. Well, there's technical difficulties that makes this problematic. Let's see. Let's see if I will turn off my microphone. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hello, Jason. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Is my sound okay?
Yeah, your sound's good.
Okay, because Ian had problems hearing me, so yeah. But this basically is an Umbra scene. Dragos is sleeping, and Ian's character has not yet entered. So feel free to enter at any time.
Okay. So let me go and set up, and I'll switch my camera on.
Yeah. Okay, I almost had 2 paths there for a second.
Feels.
He's dead and gone. Deal with it.
Yeah, I know.
No matters. No matters.
Yeah. Defrag would come looking for Dragos. Apparently he ticked you off and not quite sure why or how. Beyond the misunderstanding with Chases the Storm.
You would eventually see the wolf you have not seen before. Sleeping.
He would sit down and wait for you to wake up. He's not about to wake you up.
Eventually, Dragos wakes up and just like, ah, it's you. Yeah, you're the defrag person, if I remember correctly. Is it rolls up?
Yes.
Yes.
He reaches beside him and offers you a coffee.
Get that away from me. He butts the coffee away. No coffee. Wait a second.
That's the coffee alert. Yes. Yeah. Dragos has a special spirit which alerts him to the presence of caffeine. Yeah. Am I coming through all right?
Wait.
Yeah, the anti-caffeine ward. The caffeine evaporated on contact immediately, and he's like, not gotten into more trouble. Hope.
Turn that fucking thing off, man.
That must be the Andre alarm.
That's the Andre sensor.
Yes. Yeah. The Andre sense kicks off as Andre. Where exactly are we in the sept?
We are just in the Umbra. We can say close to one of the shrines. It's one of the smaller spirits, like just a general shrine to the wild spirits or something.
Okay. Yeah, you probably see Andre walking, in the near distance at that point. He's eating from this bowl of food, as I am, because I've got to, we've got to preserve the element of realism.
Obviously, just this, alarm, anti-caffeine alarms are a thing. Anyway, he waves to Andre. Hello, us. Looks at your frag. Not gotten into trouble again.
And Andre waves back and starts to make his way over to Dragos and defrag.
No, he was just. He bops Andre like defrag like, hey, I ask you something. No trouble, yes.
No trouble.
Excellent. Have you met everyone else? Like all the glasswalkers, I mean.
A couple of people. Not a whole lot of people.
Okay. I heard someone die. The Brian person, not met it, but Piana. Were you involved?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard he died. He was the first one that I met when I came here.
Oh, okay. How did he die? Like, who did he fight, I mean?
And Andre at that point is closed the distance enough to catch a glimpse of the conversation and walks up to Dragos and defrag. Hello.
Oh, hello. This is new glasswalker person.
Then he turns towards defrag. My name's Andre Tarkamunzi, Arun Foster and the Shadow Lords.
I am Defrags, Glasswalker, Cleath, Ragabash.
I did meet a new Shadow Lord person, Fjord, named Sam. He's a German person.
I know of him.
Yes.
We also have a new Master of Challenges.
Ah?
Victoria, I think her name is. One of my tribe.
Oh.
I've not spoken to her at first. She was busy.
Is she a new arrival in the city, or has she been here? I have not
Excuse
met
me?
this. Is she a new arrival?
I think, yes, she is.
Oh. Rank?
Athro.
Oh. Right. Oh well. This is thing. I just cracks a paw and just 2024. Have you done anything of interest?
Nothing much.
I've just kept up with daily routine, to be honest. Nothing has befallen me. I did hear someone has recently, unfortunately, fell at the hands of enemies. I think.
Brian.
Yes. I don't know who it fought, but I heard it died. This is a negative thing.
I don't know either. But
I have actually not met this person, so.
I think it probably reinforces something that I already knew.
Oh.
We're under siege.
Oh. The purpose of the siege usually is to cut off supply lines and starve someone in and keep them in a confined area until they can't fight.
That is true, but well, let me put it this way.
Ian, you're echoing.
Yeah, Ian, you. Yes, yeah. There we go. If this was open war, open conflict, then yes, it would make sense for it to be a siege in the traditional sense. But this isn't a normal circumstance. This is not open conflict. This is it's an asymmetrical war.
Mm-hmm.
The enemy knows where we are. The enemy knows what we hold close to ourselves.
It targets weak points. Ah.
And what would you say that our weak points are?
Kinfolk.
There you go.
What do we know about the enemy? Do we know about their weak points?
I only know the weak points of one of them. Pride.
Uh-huh.
That's what Chimera, that's what Uktena told me. I do feel that it requires a little more research into our enemy.
Yes,
Maybe go for something a little bit more. Well, let me put it this way. Have you ever met a Black Sparrow dancer kinfolk before?
No, I actually have not met the Black Sparrow dancer kinfolk.
Me neither. But I think it would be logical to assume that they exist. After the Black Sparrow dancers could not survive as a tribe without them.
It's logical to assume, yes. But do we know if they have the same value?
We don't know.
Minions
Unless
of
we
the
start
world.
searching.
We could start searching for Black Spiral kinfolk, yes. But is it the Black Spiral dancers we are dealing with? I don't know anything about this enemy we are facing, that we are at war with.
It's not going to be an easy task. But I imagine that is something that is worth looking into.
It would be. And there are information channels to look through, of course. The idea we presented is good. Isn't the Kotori, has the Kotori pact, it's no longer the Worm Raiders, but is the purpose still similar?
I don't know.
Your information, the most valuable commodity. To find that it's of paramount importance, so we know where to strike as well. Well, if they're striking our weak points, logical thing to say is that we just strike back.
It's true, but no. Let me ask you something.
Ask away.
Let's say hypothetically you were on the outside looking in with this whole situation.
Okay.
Where would you say that one of our main weaknesses lies? And yet the Black Spirals have it in their strength.
Well, there's several. One thing, as we have talked about before, we don't have any defense against more weaverish, less direct methods of attack. It's something we can pay for quite completely. We put value. We care. Garua's creatures of passion care about others, like our kinfolk, for example, which makes a target. Anyone targeting them can easily get to us and disrupt our mental state. One thing is fundamental about Garu nature. The other one is just getting it's just up to getting an organized defense around.
It is true. There's something else that I could probably include to the equation as well.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Sparrow dancers are unified.
Unity. This is true. But that's the thing about having a tribal society, or society with so many different ideologies trying to work together. Wolves are pack animals, but in some way Garus can be like cats. Takes a thing. So what do you propose? Unifying the Garu in the one common purpose beyond fighting for Gaia?
I have some ideas, but they require a lot more thought before I can suggest that they be implemented. After all, there are some drastic measures that need to be taken. So many jobs which have been left undone.
Oh?
Do we even have stock on everything that we have in our armory, for example?
I thought, what's the Ragabash dead? Bomor? Brazilian, I think. Or
Argentinian, I
Argentinian.
think he was.
Something not American.
South American, in other words.
Yes, probably not.
I don't know.
Wouldn't that one supposed to do that? I think I heard something about that. Stocking up on armor is not even due to we even need Garu for. We can have educated kinfolk do that in worst case scenario, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not a job we need to spend a Garu to do just to keep our inventory.
Maybe you should put that towards Travis.
I can talk to the warden about this. Yes. I can always ask if they have control of any other jobs you don't think have been done executed properly.
Probably a bucket. What's the expression? Short list of jobs that need doing, tasks that need doing, enemies that need dealing with. they don't become common knowledge, then nobody will ever do anything.
What jobs are?
Was the thing with the hunters resolved?
Aren't those that we are involved with?
Yes. They did attack the Sept.
I don't know. I have been out of the game a little too long. Not for the game.
Maybe it would be a good idea to ask them. This is all just conjecture, however.
I'm eating dramatically while coming with his suggestions.
Yes. Yeah, he's got to get his protein up. Protein and carbs.
Okay. I'll just stretch his legs a little. And anyway, have you inquired more about the proposal I came with?
I'm going around asking a few people.
Any luck?
No luck yet.
You know, asking nicely and quietly something. Sometimes it's not that effective if you want an immediate answer.
I do have some good news, however.
News are obviously, or good news are always appreciated.
Emmett is willing to help out with a small problem that I have.
Excellent.
If it turns out to be a problem.
It sounded from the house that Emmett has difficulties.
I know. I know he was close to Brian.
A loss is always hard to. A loss of someone you know is always hard.
How many have we lost now?
In
this year alone.
We have lost one bone or Metis, if I remember correctly. We have lost Brian.
We lost Keegan.
What?
Keegan Wheelwalker. One of my tribe.
Not Metis.
I think it was before your time. Lost Brian. We lost Two Paths.
How'd it get?
Livewire.
Yes.
Siegfried.
Ben, is that one still alive? Well, was it supposed to be? Wasn't it supposed to be a sacred hunter?
How many more? I've lost count.
That was the equivalent of a shrug. It's hard to say. As a warrior of culture, we tragically have a tendency of losing people close to us. But the battle must go on. It's just the equivalent of a kind of a lupus tossing poor guy up. You know, just lifting up his paw. And symbolically moving it to his mouth as well. I don't have anything to toast with, but I just made the gesture take place.
I'm still eating.
Yes, I can see you're still eating. This is thing. Food is good.
Yes, I think food is good.
Food is good. But yes, I want to set up arrangements so I can start working effectively again. Doing keeper duties, I still do, but I have not done any good real work lately, and that's not approvable.
Well, there's no time to start now.
Well, of course it is. as I said, you need support. Going back to the same idea, you already know, so there's no point in discussing it further. We already know. Who have you talked to?
Night Eyes, Emmett.
Ah. Have you got anything more than vague answers from them? I can talk to Emmett if needed.
By all means, go talk to Emmett. Haven't seen Night Eyes around in a while. I know she's still around, but I miss having a pack totem. But it is a decision that I made for myself and for the benefit of everyone around me.
Oh, this is the thing. You will. You will. You will find a new pack. Hopefully. And for those of us who don't know, Drowsy Yamra, he looks like City Spirit cross plastic, deep plastic, ice glass, metallic fur with car tire pattern, all that jazz. For those of us who are just joining, here I follow Great Comedian now personally, and that's a good arrangement. That's working out well. Is patience is the virtue that he proposed, and that's patience is important.
Is a good virtue to have, but time is unfortunately not exactly a
Thing we have a lot
luxury
of.
we have a lot of.
This is true. This is true. Knowing the situation you're entering is always a practical one. Yeah. Anyway, some for information, Travis, Dragos, and the Frag are in the back. Okay, massive echo. Am I the only one who hears echo? Testing.
We hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm the only one that hears the echo when I talk.
No, he does seem to. Have you lost your earphones, Ian?
Huh?
Have you lost your earphones?
I didn't. I haven't had any earphones in, period.
Am I?
Okay.
You're not echoing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm not hearing any echoing at all.
Okay. It doesn't seem like it's echoing now, so that's okay. Okay, let's just go back.
Sam will walk up, by the way.
And he looks over at the Sam. Sam person. He jumps up and he looks goes Sam.
He'll reach in and scratch behind his ear, like really good for him. Like get in deep.
Okay.
He's dressed differently than he normally is, by the way, which means he probably came in via the Karen Heart. Which you'd imagine also probably is the case, or like near the Karen Heart, because he has a set of keys with him too. But he's wearing like heavy like work pants and like heavy work boots and like a denim work shirt, and his hair is pulled up.
He points at this is a Sam person and he's of your tribe.
Yes, I know we've met.
Yes, we've met several times.
Yeah.
I have to admit, it's rather disconcerting. Well, interesting. When you spend the greater part of your evening battling the minions of the worm, you have to get up and go to work. He'll smile.
Don't prioritize mundane work over the real work. I have met someone who prioritizes his mundane pursuits over his duty to his packing guy, and that was
Well, that won't do. I only have a part-time job, so
yes.
it leaves me free to do both.
Excellent, but still, it's a friendly warning.
Thank you for your wisdom, Elder.
The Shadow Lords are gluttons today.
We're not gluttons. We're just hungry.
The Shadow Lords are
And just be thankful we're not hungry for power.
Exactly. Well, openly.
They're also power.
Well, for the time being, anyway.
I am on my way to work. I have to have breakfast at some point.
Yes.
And
I'm a bodybuilder, 6 meals a day.
there's no gluttony involved here. It's only
Because they're small meals.
It's only keeping yourself healthy.
Yeah. And it's all healthy stuff. I mean, look, pasta, tuna, with a bit of pineapple.
Oof, evil fish. Dragos will look at the animal and he's like, no fish. Boo. He will withdraw from the fish. I recently learned the gift of cyber senses.
What does that do?
It changes my senses into some kind of electronic sense. Like I can have radar hearing, for example, instead of hearing. So I can have a radar. Or I can have infrared sight or lots of things.
Interesting.
Sam is eating something that can only be probably considered to have been made by a health nut. It is apparent somebody in his household is either a bodybuilder and or health nut and or a medical professional. He's eating like a breakfast burrito made with like egg whites and like spinach and like organic like cheese grown by like cows that were petted lovingly every day and told them that they were like worthwhile and beautiful.
And then they were slaughtered mercilessly.
Probably. And he's drinking coffee because Christ, he needs coffee.
2 coffee drinkers.
Carl, I can barely hear you.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Is it better now?
Speak up, silly Lupus.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Sometimes it's just about the angle where I hold my computer. Anyway, that was just like, coffee. Coffee alarm goes off.
On Zelda, I need you to do something for me. If you can be so bothered.
Do tell.
Can you produce talons?
I can do this thing, yes.
Can you please help me to make a talon?
What kind?
I need you to I'm going to devise the recipe, but with the talons I have been made to ask in the coming week, I won't have the time to do this myself, but it's important.
Good talons.
I need you to bind a we'll kind of consider it for a moment. A unicorn spirit into and he'll kind of fish around it.
Is there a children of Gaia Fjords?
No.
Okay.
If it was, I would have gone to them. But I also trust you. But if you could do me a favor and bind some unicorn spirits, and he'll kind of dig around his pocket and he'll pull out what appear to be like these like clay tablets, basically, like little, like they're like almost like little like tiles that have had like writing on them and stuff like that, and made into a bracelet. If you could bind some unicorns into this, I would really appreciate it. 2 times in battle, now we've lost members of the nation. because
Chaos
we
Breath
could
is what
not.
we refer to.
Well, no, but one that only activates when the spark of life is beginning to leave someone.
Specific, but why not healing? Why not spirits of healing?
Well, then fine. I tend to think more in terms of specific spirits, but that's fine. Spirits of healing, of course. If
Isn't that just as
if you feel it more fitting, your wisdom
Anyway.
is more vast than mine.
I will have to go and. Okay, unicorns. Unicorns it will be. Anyway. This is it.
You and Lupus, you have more gnosis than me. Yummy, yummy. I'm gonna use it.
Dragon has a very specific way of dealing with spirits. He beats them up, or he threatens them. The poor unicorns. He's going to go and threaten unicorns. Anyway.
Yeah, spirits of healing is fine. If
I will take unicorns. This will be done. Anyway, how did the Brian person? What did you fight against? I have not heard what the fight was against.
I don't know what the spirit was. I didn't have time to identify it, and I was performing a ritual at the time that we were attacked. So.
By what?
I was rather.
By what?
It looked like a insectoid, almost like a spider-like being, if I had to describe it. And it had a lantern with it.
Pause. Anyone, if they would like to roll...
Can you just say that again, Joni? I didn't quite get that.
Anyway, if any of you would like to roll perception empathy, you are allowed to do so. Or not allowed, but just do so if you want to. It's difficult to say.
Sorry, my internet seems to be bugging out. Can you
I've
just
got
repeat what you
4
said, Joni?
successes. Yeah.
Hello?
He'll say it was this insectoid, almost arachnid-like creature with a lantern on its back. It was rather large, quite large actually.
Right. Okay. When for those that have rolled perception empathy, you'll notice is that when insectoid was stabbed, Dragos suddenly just not loudly, but just like he suddenly just withdrew air, and then with Spider, he was like, okay. He just.
I'll kind of look at him and go, what's wrong?
He is not important. Not important.
All right.
Foolish,
OOC, Joni, you know what this thing actually was, right?
I've got a couple of theories, but I don't like no, like.
You don't like
what?
personality.
Well, I'll roll intelligence worm law both about the same level. See if I get.
Oh, her girl.
Well, one success. So yes, I'm assuming that Andre has a kind of a rough idea, probably what it might be, but yes, he's going to have to stay silent. And I'll send that to Max or whomever. Who was the storyteller in that scene?
You're breaking up just a little bit, by the way, honey.
Who was the storyteller in that scene?
I can't tell if it was Max or Anthony. Like there were like 3 storytellers in it, so.
All right. Max, Anthony, and Robert.
Robert was one of the storytellers, and then there was like I said, it was Anthony and Max.
Okay, I'll send it to one of them then. Yeah, Andre just kind of like stays quiet as he listens to Sam.
Either way, there's now been twice that we have lost members of this sept because the healers couldn't even get to them in time to heal them. The only thing that I can think to do is offer them a bit of healing as their spark leaves them through talons. Something that can be activated before battle and left to wait for that moment when the wounds are most grievous and the spark begins to leave them. if they can be healed in that moment, then perhaps it would give them a chance to either get to us to get further healing or to let them get away.
This is the thing. This is not bad strategy.
I need to quest in the Umbra
For what?
for a few days once I decompress a bit so that I can deepen my connection with Gaia, aka justify buying more Gnosis at Dump.
Now it rolls exactly around, stretches them.
Right now, I'm still learning how to drive on the right side of the road.
Trust me, it took me a while to really get used to that.
Germans.
Oh, I almost hit a car the other day.
I think the Germans. I think Germans have the same kind of driving system as Americans have.
I'm looking actually. If they drive on the right side, then
there's very few, Germany drives on right. There's very few countries that actually drives on the left side. Little factoids of the day.
Oh, okay, good. Germans do drive on the right side, good. So scrap that even say it.
Like in Europe.
So they drive on the left side too, but they drive on the right side.
Yeah, the only people that drive on the left in Europe are Irish people and the UK. Like the majority are in Asia and Africa.
Retcon that one.
Probably retcon.
Sanity.
Anyway.
At least they're getting used to American culture then.
Getting used to Americans is thing. I have only lived in America, but when lupus it doesn't count. Homid culture is strange everywhere. Even if I'm born on this continent, I have no more connection to American homids than I have to Australian homids or homids born on the moon. Or I don't know homids born on the moon, but thing.
I don't think you're quite aware exactly how different German culture is from American culture.
I say I feel no. I feel no.
I've been told that I'm quite determined and a very hard worker, and I'm actually a little bit lazy for a German. I didn't graduate with the top of my class. I graduated average levels. I didn't excel at school.
That was Bruce. That was Bruce, that statement.
Oh, I was just bored. I didn't care. I was more interested in spirit stuff and matters and just academia and mathematics and all of those arithmetic. I can appreciate it for the subject, but I just wasn't interested in school, and so I didn't really apply myself. And my father was a bit upset about it, but my mother also said that there was no reason for me to. I mean, if I was going to dedicate myself to Gaia and to the spirits, then there was only so much that knowing the deep intricacies of an education would do for me. She said I needed more practical wisdom at that point.
Knowledge is power. This is thing.
I just think that we live in a society that overvalues academic knowledge and not
practical skills.
Exactly. I mean, I've like me. I have a blue collar job. I go in the morning. I go to my job. I move steel all day. I move iron all day. I melt it down. You know, I use practical mathematics. I have to apply, arithmetic, and I have to consider geometry and physics, and I have to know science. All these things I'm learning. How is this not as educated or as learned as others? And there are men who put on their you know, the blue collar shirts and go to work as sanitation workers, as factory men, as you know, and women. I'm not trying to be sexist. And yet they are undervalued by society and paid a pittance when they're the very backbone of you know the labor force.
That's one of the things that I really hate about capitalism. But then
No,
again, growing up, well, having been born in a country that was scarred for over 50 years by the virus of communism. Really?
Getting involved with multiple ways of thinking is Homid ideologies. And there's place. Yeah, Homid ideologies. You can learn from them, but I look on purely theoretical basis. Like, I mean, there are countries that are organized under socialist ideology. It is a less radical version of communism, which are thriving.
It's really not all that different.
The Scandinavian countries. Scandinavian countries are things.
Socialism is just
Socialism is a good thing. If you look at it from the countries that have effectively implemented it, they are the best well living at the moment. While America's living standards, from what I remember, are sinking. The internet is useful tools for this kind of information.
But look how happy they are.
Yeah, here?
truth.
I don't know if they're happy here. I don't go look around with the homies here. I look at the city, but I don't look at the homies. City homies.
My bloody internet is bugging out again.
Dragon seems a little bored, so he just boops Sam again.
He'll smile. He'll get in there deep again and scritch him.
Anyway, I've got some things I need to do. I have a project I'm working on, so I'll see you guys later.
You inform me about project if you want to at some point.
It's more of a practical thing than anything else, but I will when it's finished. See you later.
Okay.
Adios.
He waves.
He'll give his elder a bow.
And then Andre simply walks off with his the rest of his food.
Oh, yawn. He'll offer a bite of his food to Dragos.
What is it?
It's like a breakfast burrito with like a spinach wrap and but it's got meat in it. It's got like a lot of protein to it. It has like egg whites and like cheese and
Dragos looks very suspicious at this. It has this expression, just have the lupus equivalent, and when it's pushed towards his nose, just like.
He won't put it that close to him, but he will make the airplane noise. He'll kind of playfully go, just fucking with him.
Dragos does the only logical solution. He smacks it. Yeah. Go away. Vegetables have no place in my life.
He'll nod at him. He caught it when he smacked it, and he'll go back to munching on it. Unfortunately, I require vegetables. I wasn't lupus born. Well, lupus born, then I'd eat nothing but meat.
Silly homids with their vegetables.
He'll shake his head. Alas, it is our burden that we
What if I
must
call you silly because the thing that you eat?
That would have been a so much better line had it not been you became really muffled halfway through.
He'll point at Travis. He's like, he can say it. I can't. I'm not going to detract from my elder.
I didn't hear what was said.
What if I call you silly for the thing that you have done as your nature as Lucas.
No, you
Yeah,
could, of
you would
course.
just think like that. Don't mess with people just because they eat vegetables, or it's strange to you.
I don't mess with people because they eat vegetables. Anyway, hello. Hello, Miss Warder.
Hello, Dragos. How are you?
I'm okay, Miss. I heard that sadly one of her. Or, why am I saying I heard? This is known information. Someone died. This is sadness. This is good occurrence.
Jam coughs. Coffee
Yes.
went that wrong too.
Brian has passed.
One
He's
of your,
another guy now.
one of your tribe.
Yes.
Never met it, but I'm sad for the loss.
Thank you.
Oh, this is
Did
fine.
you? No, you met Defrag the other day. That's what I had with me.
I met Defrag, but I never met the brand person. I met the Defrag person. He was here, and then he was gone.
Wasn't that the one that you were not impressed with?
Or not, but not important at the moment. Yes. Andre wondered if inventory of talents and fetishes and stuff had been properly done. Warder. And since he's not here, I can ask.
They're being done properly. The keepers and the teachers are working. I need to talk with Antonio.
Why not just put kinfolk to look over it? This is on the inventory, unless it's kept in. Oh, even if it's kept in the Umbra, you could then have kinfolk do it, and dispense goes merely to either take in the results or, since it works.
It was always Egaro who was keeping an eye on the inventory. Well, I have to go back my... What was the name of the rounds? So,
Oh, Dragosria. I have I asked Dragosria to help me with that talent I mentioned to you earlier.
Mhm.
The one that would heal somebody.
I will have a chat with small unicorn spirits, and it will be done.
As I said, if you want to use just plain healing spirits, I don't see the problem.
Neat.
Just as long as it would heal someone when they are on the verge of death, it would be very much appreciated.
He shrugs. This will be done.
he nods and goes towards the continue doing his rounds.
He waves. He just waves. Bye, Travis person.
I'm due at work at 9:30, and
Sounds like work.
Hmm?
That sounds like work.
So I have to go. I have to get across town. I work on Staten Island.
Aha. He boots you again. If I remember correctly, Staten Island is really worm-tainted place. Take care.
Thank you, Aldo.
Don't bring worm taint back. Or do you know the right of cleansing?
Huh?
Do you know the right of cleansing?
Yeah, that's what I was doing last night.
Yeah. I don't remember conversations. This is fame. You will be used to. Can you just cleanse me? I have not been cleansed in some time, and I would like to be so.
He'll kind of check his watch again, and he'll say, "Ja, yes, I will cleanse you."
Okay.
Give me a moment. He got you. A little, barely. That looked a little stressful for him, actually. But you're cleansed.
Yes. Now you can go.
When I return back to the sept after work, can we begin the teaching me the righteous spirit summoning?
This can be done.
Thank you.
He boops again. Now go and do your homemade work.
You will get him very deep in the scruff and scratch, like all right there, and get under his chin and like Get
Giles
the
is-
good
Giles
scratches.
is not Kotori senpai, so he doesn't like it. He doesn't do anything about it. Oof. He's Sundara. He can't. It's not like I like being scratched or anything. And anyway, as Sam is leaving, we can end the scene here.
Okay.